Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we are going to be reacting to top 10 real-life superpowers, man. Like, actual real-life Avengers all around us, man, that you won't believe actually exists. So, literally, super stuff that people, you and I, can do, man, straight up. So, I would say, if there was one superpower I could have, out of all of them, I definitely don't want to fly, because I would definitely run to an airplane. I definitely don't want to be able to, like, breathe underwater because, like, it's just going to be, like, murky and sandy and you're going to be wet all the time. So that's what she said. And I think, like, super strength, I mean, I guess has uses, like, bringing in the groceries and stuff. Probably go with be invisible. If I could be invisible on command, I mean, if I teleported, I would be chubbier as hell, man, because literally I would just abuse it so much, just like, hey, gotta use the refrigerator, bam, refrigerator. I would get 0 steps in, you know, I got my little stepometer right there, guys. But no, being invisible would be great for so many different circumstances, although I am definitely afraid that I would actually turn into a supervillain. I just have a feeling with that power, because, like, I'm instantly thinking about things I would do, and I would rob, like, you know, McDoubles from McDonald's, and, you know, like chicken from KFC. Yeah, a lot of food related. I think even without teleportation, I would still be a fat ass, because I would still be doing that. I'd still be eating too much of stuff, man. But here we go. Let's hop into it.
And Stefan Wiltshire, or Shudder. At number 10, we have Stefan Wiltshire, the superhuman with a powerful mind. He has the most incredible photographic memories in the world and is able to recreate what he sees into amazing pieces of art.
So he's like Jimmy Neutron.
Stefan was born in 1974 on April 24th in London. He unfortunately experienced delays in learning, which was caused by autism, a condition his parents found out about later. Interestingly enough, the very first words he ever spoke were pencil and paper.
That's pretty impressive. I said, mama.
He could talk. When he turned 5, his parents sent him to a school in West London where his passion for drawing was noticed.
My child's first word will be bitch ass.
For the coming years,
no doubt.
2006, when he was officially honored with the title of a member of the Order of the British Empire for his outstanding contribution to art. Today, people refer to him as the human camera, as he can capture landscapes with his eyes and later recreate.
Wait, where is he? Was it the kid? I thought it was the black dude in the beginning.
Singapore panorama, which he drew with no reference at all, and just a story.
Okay, so is it this guy or is it the kid?
How cool is that? And also, I wouldn't get on his bad side. You do something embarrassing in front of him, he can recreate it perfectly. Number 9.
Okay.
Miroslav Magola.
He got fucking paint on his head, man. He's Magneto. Bro, he's Magneto, man. My God, this is pretty cool.
As Magnetics. The first time I watched Miroslav Magola, I was convinced whatever he was doing was a magic trick.
Oh my
God. It's hard to believe
God.
anyone can stick metallic things on their skin with no gimmicks, magnets, or glue and have them stay there for minutes without falling.
Get us Professor X, man.
Mr. Magola is capable of what most people think is impossible.
Assemble the X-Men.
He is the true definition of a magnetic man. He was born in Gorzów Wielkopolski in Poland in the year 1958. As the youngest of 3 children, he was passionate about politics and often shared his opinions growing up. Later on in life, in the year 1992, he traveled the world where he developed an interest in unlocking secrets of the mind and psychokinesis.
Yo, I wonder if he can, like, pick locks. You know, like, go up to, like, a lock and just kind of bash his head into it. It'd probably hurt quite a bit, but, you know, to kind of, like, turn it back and forth, that would be cool, man. That'd be cool.
From there, he learned how to use his mind to create a magnetic field which could attract metallic objects to his body. He still says he's not using his brain to anything near full potential.
That's actually
I wonder what would happen if he did. We might have a mutant uprising on our hands.
Dishwasher safe. That's a superpower.
8, Dean Kamazis, or Marathon Man. Marathons are usually 26.2 miles long. Dean Kamazis runs up to 7 marathons every day.
Yo, he's the Flash.
For practice. He does this every morning before breakfast, then adds another speed workout in the evening.
He's actually like the opposite of the Flash. Not really the opposite of the Flash, but like the Flash can run really far. Like, he can just do it, like, he's running far, but just at normal speed. So his power is endurance. Like, he can just run for a long time. Forrest Gump.
He has broken world records by running 135 miles across Death Valley in the middle of summer, which is amongst the hottest places on Earth.
That just sounds like a bad time.
He also ran another marathon in the North Pole, which is the coldest place on Earth at temperatures of below 45 degrees. He once ran 50 marathons in 50 U.S. states in 50 days.
Wow.
Before discovering his passion and stretching out the possible limits, Dean
Bro, he got like robot legs.
Man, as his wife explains. He had enough money, a great family, a beautiful home, but he wasn't happy or satisfied with any of those.
Gotta go run Death Valley, I guess.
7, Liam Hoekstra, or Hercules. Get ready to be impressed, amazed, but mostly shocked with this story. At a glance,
oh my God!
Think, oh wow, that's a great display of Photoshop skills. Just because Liam Hawkshaw doesn't look real and the things he's capable of don't either. You probably haven't ever seen a baby with biceps, have you? Well, Liam shocked the world with his skeletal structure and muscle mass. Born in Michigan, Liam possessed incredible...
Yo! Michigan man!
At 5 months, and yes, I said 5 months. He could easily win an Iron Cross competition at that point. By the age of 3, his body muscle ratio was at 40%. He was taking the...
Bro, like, you know that kid was stealing all the Pokemon cards at recess, man. Like, seriously, like, you want that limited edition holographic Charizard? This kid's asking for you, you're gonna give it to him. You're gonna give it to him.
And after running some tests, they concluded he had a very rare condition where his body compounds restrict fat production and encourage muscle creation. If he isn't a Superman, then I don't know who is. Number
He's like
6,
the Hulk.
Daniel Tammet, or Brainwave.
That's
Daniel
a cool name.
Tammet was born on a blue Wednesday on January 31st, 1979. He says it was a blue day because that's how his birth date appears in his brain, and so do all other numbers. Numbers are his best friends. He describes numbers as shapes, figures, and colors. As a child, he struggled with epileptic seizures, which got better with treatment.
So he sees
When he turned
numbers.
25, he was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Despite all his illnesses, he has tremendous memory and can use his brain to do mathematical calculations at a superhuman level. People describe him as a prodigious savant due to his abilities.
So he's like Tony Hawk.
2,514 digits.
I mean, Tony
Call the
Stark,
prime
my
number
bad.
between
Tony
1 and
Stark.
90,000 and make cube multiplications like 72 by 72 by 72 with his head. He is a walking and talking calculator. Number 5, Slavi Zappa.
Oh, don't set his head on fire.
Again, I'm sorry if I butchered your name there. Ever watched Storm and wanted to be like her? Well, guess what? There is a human being just like her. Although he can't produce electric blasts as the famed superhero can, he possesses superb abilities. Every year, close to 100,000 people are treated for electrocution, most of them with severe burns. Every year in the US, 60 people die from electrocution. For this reason, Slavi Zappa is no ordinary human, as he can withstand voltage as high as 20,000.
Okay, but how do you find this stuff out? Like, how does he get to the point of, hey, I can, like, withstand high voltage to doing magic tricks? Like, one day did he touch, like, a down power line or something? He just, like, discovered this big miracle?
The average man will be hurt by 50 volts. He had a very normal childhood, was born and raised in a middle-class home in Pasvara County in Serbia, and again, I'm pretty sure I, butchered that. At the age of 17, he discovered
Serbia
his
is correct.
ability. Since then, he has set 2 Guinness records in 2003 and 1983.
Guinness? I thought it was
In addition to
Guinness.
his remarkable powers, he can also store
Guinness is the
electricity
beer.
in his body. He discovered this when he set an alcohol-soaked cloth on fire with his skin. Scientists have tried to explain how he can do what he does, and none of them has found
Yo,
a concrete
boiling
theory to
eggs.
base it on. Number
Damn,
4,
that's pretty cool.
Tori Allen, or Monkey Girl. Tori Allen is a real-life Spider-Woman. She can climb on a cliff in no time and make it appear as...
How is she Spider-Woman if you just called her Monkey Girl? Is she a spider or is she a monkey? Which animal is she? She can't be both. Unless she's Spider-Monkey. Well, no, I guess... Yeah, Spider-Monkey, that's a thing. Or is it a monkey spider? I don't know. Apparently she can stick to walls.
So she is taking a comfortable stroll by the park. Tori was born in Savalu, Berlin, where she grew up with many animals and had experiences the average kids don't. She also had a pet monkey called Georgie. Georgie was her best friend for 5 years, and she followed him all
Curious
over,
George.
learning how to climb from her friend. By the age of 11, she became a professional rock climber. Today, she has won every rock climbing competition she has participated in.
Not really a
and she has way
superpower,
of
she's
making
just good
look
at
so
it.
easy.
It's different. It's not a
Today, Tori
superpower.
travels the world advising kids to stay in school, try sports, and stay away from drugs. She
And
advises them
rocks.
to get high from games other than alcohol and drugs. Number 3, Isao Machi, or Ronan. Isao is
A
a
Nightcrawler?
samurai
Can you teleport?
superhuman. He has sensory powers beyond the average human being, and he can use a sword in a way that no one has ever been able to in the past. He is also a double Guinness World Record holder, and in one of his amazing shows, he was able to cut through a BB gun pellet that was moving at 200 meters per hour.
Wow,
Most
okay.
of us can't even hit a baseball thrown by a human being at 10 miles per hour.
I can't throw a
After watching
stationary
him perform,
baseball.
Dr. Ramani Durvasala said this about him. This is on a whole different level of sensory processing as he is not using his vision. It appears as though
Oh, he's like
something
Daredevil.
So fluid, something so procedural and easy for him. Some say his expertise is as a result of his training and dedication to sharpening his skills. However, when you look closely, his abilities go beyond the average skilled man. We can only classify him as a Superman.
He'd be good at that
Or
Fruit Ninja
Samurai
game.
Jack. That's even cooler. Number 2, Scott Flansburgh's Calculator. Scott Flansburgh is a human calculator. He was born in Herkimer, New York in 1963 on December 28th. Scott is more than just a natural genius, as he has incredible mental calculator abilities. At a young age, he was able to solve complex mathematical calculations without having to write it down or even use a calculator.
I hate kids like that in school.
He realized numbers and
so easy for him.
Which contributed to his refusal of counting from 1 to 10, and said he would list numbers from 0 to 9. His ability to compute and grasp mathematics is so incredible, such that he can calculate and give mathematical equation answers faster than a calculator. In addition to this, he can tell you the exact date any previous day he fell on without even taking time to think. It's as if numbers, equations, and days of the week throughout history float in his brain. We saved the best for last. Alright.
Here we go.
I saved the best for last.
Here we go.
First, I have a quick challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of
I can't do it.
luck.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Works.
I can't do it. Okay.
Stig Severinsen, alias Unknown. Stig Severinsen was born in 1973 in the city of Aalborg in Denmark. He is known as Gil from his hometown, and this is because of his ability to hold his breath underwater longer than any human being. He has a PhD in medicine, has several awards in underwater rugby events, 2 records from Guinness, and 4 free diving world records. His impressive record is holding his breath underwater for 22 minutes.
Wow,
the average man would be dead if they stayed underwater with no air supply for more than 10 minutes. However,
only 10
is no ordinary man.
I can only stay underwater for like 15 seconds before I'm dying.
He can hold his breath for 22 minutes underwater. He is quite the Superman, as no man has come close to challenging his record. After testing, it was discovered that he can store red blood cells in his spleen, which aid him in this impossible ability.
That sounds like a condition.
He says he is able to do this as he dedicated his whole life to holding his breath, and by doing this constantly, his body was able to adapt. Through training and strict discipline, he was able to push his body into the realm of superhumans.
Okay, that's the end of the video there, guys. Out of all these, I gotta say straight up, the coolest one was the guy that could stick bowls to his head. That was the coolest power.